He's playing me and I'm playing him. Can't nobody do it better than us. But if you don't know where we're at, it is now time for Scene Stealers.
Oh, I'm not playing.
See what I mean? See what I mean? Gosh, you're handsome, man. With that being said, guys, we've covered so many.
You know how to shut me up.
I'm just waiting on the laugh. There it is. I knew it was coming. Mr. Spritz is in the building. That one's for you, Ange. That one's for you. Guys, all right, we're at Scene Stealers here. And of course, if you haven't seen the show before, each season after each film we do, we cover our favorite artists. That can be male, female, animal, a wooden puppet, necromancers, anything that you really like. So earlier this year, we covered Joker, and it was Joaquin Phoenix.
Don't tell the joke if you can't make the croak.
I like that royalty. All right, The Invention of Lying with Jennifer Gardner.
You can garden my garden anytime, bitch.
Howard the Duck, Chip Zine.
And Jeffrey.
Candyman, Yahya Abdul Mateen II.
Yeah.
The People Under the Stairs, BQA Brandon Quentin Adams.
Shout out, Brandon.
The Ghostbusters trilogy, minus the one with the females, Harold Ramis. Die Hard, Mr. Alan Rickman.
Rest in peace, sir.
The Matrix quadrilogy, Neil Patrick Harris and the original Lawrence Fishburne.
Yes, sir.
And The French Dispatch with Jeffrey Wright. Being there, Mr. Rest in Peace Peter Sellers.
And we just did Studio 666, but we haven't actually done it yet in real time because you can't cheat Father Crime Time, so we'll just put up right there or there or there. He'll put it up.
I mean, it's just freaking me out that we did 666 and we're dressed like a this.
Where's my fucking notebook at? Okay. Hey, you gotta
do it. All right, guys. All right, so what we're gonna do here is first off, you got any honorable mentions?
I do.
Go. You sure? How many do you have? 8?
I'm sure. I got 3.
Okay.
But I'm gonna do 2.
Sounds about right. Sounds about white.
I don't have an honorable mention. Actually, okay.
I do.
Nicolas Cage is my honorable mention. No, John Travolta is my honorable mention. John Travolta, you're my honorable mention.
Whee! What a predicament.
David Polanski as Mr. Royal is my honorable mention. And another honorable mention for me was Lazaro.
The face.
I really like what he did with that character.
Lazaro.
The incest brother.
Hey, man. We had some good times, didn't we?
You can tell that he's Castor Troy's friend and clearly means a lot to his sister. But my point being is because at first I tried to tie in, well, maybe he had to pretend. Because remember, Sasha said I had to tell everybody it was someone else's. But they clearly make it known that they're brother and sister. But again, like when him welcoming Castor back home, and how he's like, I hate the cops, this, that, and the other. He's badass. He's this, that, and the other. I really thought he didn't have that much time in the film, but we meet him at the beginning. He's like,
Hey, Sean, how's your dead son?
Like, God damn, all right, bro, shit. All right, God, right, yeah. It's twisted, and because you know why he twisted? Because the hole won't close.
I have a scar.
Yeah, but he really did good. And of course, to me, another honorable mention for me, again, you mentioned it, is John Travolta. Like, I mean, and here's the thing, I'll be honest with you, if Nicolas Cage wasn't in this movie, I would have given it to John Travolta, because if he was just playing some random other guy, there's only one person that can play Nicolas Cage, and that is Nicolas Cage. You can't even do it.
Yeah, I feel John Travolta's pain right now.
Like, guys, I mean, really, out of all the people you could have asked me to do, you're asking me to do him too. You need 20 years to sit next to Nick.
I knew it was a very bold thing to try to pull off. You know, us being each other, and we don't look exactly alike, and we don't behave at all like each other. But I had an easier time of it than Nick did, because Nick has a very specific style of attributes. You know, he has a talk like this, and he has a specific walk, and you know, and I can.
Pretty good Nick Cage, John. That was good.
It's such a crazy mashup too, because John Travolta, they're both weirdly terrible good actors in their own right.
Correct.
John Travolta is over dramatic.
Yes.
Nicolas Cage is just unhinged. He's just Nicolas Cage is the only adjective you can use to describe him.
Right.
But somehow they both, like, even though they are both on paper terrible actors, like if you check off all of the qualities about their acting styles, like this is terrible. But then you watch them and they're both like a delight to watch.
And of course, you have specific experience working with him because, of course, on Lonely Hearts, which was filmed here in Jacksonville, you, if I'm not mistaken, I'll tell the story because you told me a million times. You were on set. John walked up to you, shook your hand, and said, "Good job." And if I'm not mistaken, the quote was, "Thanks, I'll see you again," because you saw him as a co-worker and not as some A-list actor.
Man, it was almost like you were there.
I feel like I was.
Man.
Thank you.
I will say this, though. John Travolta and Nicolas Cage both being great. Of the two of them, before I say that, I'll say this. Before I say that, okay.
Downshift, Ben Kingsley.
It is to be appreciated what both of them had to take on for the roles, because not only are they playing each other, they're playing each other. For instance, John Travolta is playing Nicolas Cage. And he's having to act like John Travolta, or it gets so dicey. So you have Nicolas Cage being John Travolta, acting like he doesn't want to be John Travolta. So it's
while
like
in front of him in certain scenes, it's not like they're always off scene. They're together at times.
Which is crazy. Only 4 times in the whole film do they actually face off.
Correct.
The hero and the villain.
And in jail. Well, we know them.
And the hero and the villain. That's such an interesting dynamic because you're asking the two leads to play a hero and a villain at the same time.
Whee! What a predicament!
Depending on where you're at in the movie.
Correct.
That is quite the undertaking.
Right.
For them.
Another honorable mention was Joan Allen, and it's because of what me and Angela were talking about last night. For her to have to put up with all that, and you thought she put up with so much in the film, but then at the end, here comes Adam. Like she had to, like even her as a person had to be like, well, how much do you want me to take? I just fucked this other guy. You're back. You're cheesing. You left the kid outside. Then you bring him in, and it's like he's a replacement kid.
Uh-huh.
So her having to go through all those, and that's the thing. Really, to be honest with you, she does. I take that back. I can't take it back. I'm going to tie her. I'm going to tie her and John Travolta as my top honorable mentions because now that I'm thinking about it, she had to deal with Nick Cage. She had to be with deal with Nick Cage as John Travolta. She had to deal with John Travolta. She had to deal with John Travolta as Nick Cage. She had to do her losing her son, her daughter changing her face every day, and Adam. So she almost got the damn scene stealer. Shit.
Yeah. I would say between John Travolta and Nicolas Cage is my scene stealer.
Mm-hmm.
He is the better actor of the two. And
in this film or in overall?
I would say overall, he's definitely got more Oscars. I think more Academy Awards, whatever they are. But he is just specifically in this movie, he was better at playing the flip side to that coin.
Well, if you're Sean Archer, I guess I'm Castor Troy.
The overall performance, Nicolas Cage had a more nuanced take on the character traits of John Travolta, and it was more believable to me. Like when Nicolas Cage is playing Sean Archer stuck in the prison, you could really feel that torment inside of him that he was
after the original scene, because he went full on Nick Cage when he got there with the fight. But after that, like you say, when his brother's leaving and doing that weird shit, like you can really see like he really had to get out of there. Really hurt him.
Nailed that John Travolta. Yeah. Like, what's happening?
So yeah, I agree with you, man. My scene still, of course, is Nick Cage because
we didn't have to face off about that.
No, I didn't think we were going to have to. Now, had this been something, had it been another film, possibly so. But this film, I will give it to Nicolas Cage because, like you say, and don't get me wrong, they both did nail it. That's the thing. I don't think a lot of actors could have nailed it. Mm-hmm. So they were both clearly capable of doing it, which does show their range. It's just simply that Nick Cage, like you said, he nailed more the nuances, and he was able to more downshift than then of course that Sean Archer or John Travolta was able to upshift. And because it's not an upshift with Nicolas Cage, it's a diagonal. It's this, it's that. It's so many things that cannot, it can't be recreated like your royalisms.
He is the full spectrum.
He is the full spectrum. And while John is great at what but put it this way, Nicolas Cage couldn't do what John Travolta did in Saturday Night Fever. So what I'm saying, so they both are.
There's a flip side of that coin.
There's not. Have you ever seen Nick Cage dance?
I want to.
I don't. So with that being said, no, I got to give it to Nick Cage, and I'll be honest with you, like I say, and I didn't think we talked about this the other day. We're 3 seasons in, almost done with season 3, and we've not done one single film that had either one of these actors, which is the craziest thing in the world
to avoid too.
So yes, and so right, and so with that being said, Nicolas Cage,
welcome. Get
your ass on up there, brother. Hey, I told you get that bunny. I was gonna add that in post. You didn't have to.